I want to maybe start with Dr. Parikh, but ask any of you to chime in who wish to. My broad topic, probably what I would have asked before this week, would still involve questions of personnel, the flow of students and postdocs and research fellows from all over the world, the intersection of immigration policy and the research enterprise in this country. But because it's occurring when it does, this has the feel of another national crisis, and certainly a political controversy. I know I've heard from every institution of higher education in my district, research institutions, who are in a near panic over this. Apparently, the intention of the Trump administration to not let the immigrant students and researchers stay here, whose universities this fall go to completely or have to stick completely with online education, which of course is a big unknown, and certainly throws a lot of questions into how they're going to be able to operate, and not just what the fate of the students is, but what also the universities are to do about this. So I want to ask you about that incident, this problem in particular, and of course it is in the context of a larger question about how immigration policy and the research enterprise, the vitality of the research enterprise in this country intersect. I come, as some of you may know, from a very research-rich environment in North Carolina, the Research Triangle area. Higher education and research are our stock in trade. And along with that, we have a very diverse and impressive immigrant population, people who come in for training and research efforts, and then many of whom stay. And so this announcement has sent waves of apprehension and as I said, near panic through the higher education community. It seems to me that the decision about opening this fall, this is a very, very difficult decision. I think it's going to be, and as the cases spike, it looks worse. I can't imagine that we're helped by adding this element to the decision to make it more complex, by adding in the element of what the effect on international students is. And with the effect on international students, the effect of the projects and the enterprises that they're a part of in the university. So I would appreciate your comments on this, the effects that the administration policy would possibly have. I'm sure you're in touch with institutions. You're hearing, just like I am, what the effects might be, and then any broader reflections on the intersection of immigration policy and the research enterprise. I'd be interested in as well. Dr. Parikh, I'd like to start with you, but I'd be happy to hear from all of our witnesses.
Thank you, Congressman. So just to start specifically with the ICE policy announced yesterday, we are very concerned. I'm very concerned. Graduate students from around the world populate our laboratories, and frankly, even though they are students, they are conducting a lot of our research and a lot of our basic research. And so the fact that we are implementing a policy where we might not have them in the laboratory or participating in the research is just, it's bad for America. Second, it's cruel to the students. These are students who might be here already, who might have to go back. It's cruel, and it's just not the right thing to do. To reflect on immigration policy, I am a second-generation American, and I have the privilege of leading the AAAS. My parents came from India to rural North Carolina, Hickory, North Carolina, in 1968. And that is a story that you will hear from thousands of scientists around this country. And as Ronald Reagan said, the United States is the one place where you can come from all over and you can be an American. And the scientists have proven that. And 38% of the Nobel Prizes awarded to Americans since 2000 have gone to immigrants. The population of postdocs in America, that population who are working in artificial intelligence, who are working on biomedical research, who are working on physics, that population is a third immigrants. It's self-defeating to create a policy that doesn't continue the fact that America is a crossroads of science.